Alright, I'm going to try this puzzle streak on Lichess. Blow that up a bit. Puzzle streak is different than puzzle storm or puzzle rush on chess.com, where you have to go as fast as you can basically to get the puzzles right. Here you just need to get as many puzzles in a row as you can, and there's no time limit. So let's see if we can do this and not make too long of a video out of it. And they'll generally get tougher as we go, so they'll take a little longer as we go. Best move for white, I'm guessing, is rook h7 here. And king comes here. And then knight knight e4 looks like it's checkmate. So here we go. Yep. Turn this down a little bit. Okay. Got one on our streak. All right, we can win the queen if we take this knight with check. Removing the defender. There we go. Okay, here I'm looking at rook. I have time, I don't need to hurry. Rook here. Rook f4 check. And to defend the rook, the king has to go here, at which point you play this check. And we'll win the rook if the king moves. So he plays knight back, but then we take the knight with check, king takes, and we're up a bishop. And that should be enough since our bishop actually protects this pawn. So here we go, rook f4. Oh, and he just gives it away. Yeah, we want to take now. Okay, this looks like a pretty quick checkmate in 2. Ending on g7. There we go. Another quick mate in 2, it looks like. On g2. So, we got 5 down. Ooh, I like this sacrificial theme. This square is covered by the bishop. So, this is going to be mate in 3. Like this, thanks to this pawn as well. Ooh, we're going to win the queen. Coming up here with this check. And now this will win a queen for us. Alright, we want to promote. It looks like bishop d7 is the way to do that. He can go here, but when we promote, we're hitting with check. And we can actually get our bishop back to c6. Okay, we're going to do that. Oh, and he's going to take, so we take. And we'll pick up that rook pawn at the end. Alright. I think we can win this. Looking at the forcing moves here, right? Look at the check. King, well, he doesn't have to come out there. If the king comes there, then this wins an exchange. We grab this rook. Well, let's start over. King comes here. Aha. Actually, that's maybe a better line in both cases. We'll show it. Yeah, and even if the king had come here to d7, the best move would be rook takes, because we have this fork at the end. Okay. Okay, when I take this bishop, I'm threatening the rook, so the king has to take it. And now I can take this knight with check. And we'll pick up the bishop on g8, the next move. Okay, now we're white. Boy, it doesn't look like there's any tactics in this position, does there? But there is. We clear the file here with a forcing move, this capture. And then we've got the rook landing on the 7th with a fork. And we're going to pick up this bishop. Couldn't defend both pieces. Alright, I want to take on f2, but it looks like that only wins a pawn. Because he just takes the queen and we recapture. That may be enough to win. Ah, but I see something better. This rook is needed here to defend the queen. And we can unleash this check. if he didn't take, we would just capture on h8 with our queen. But since he did take, we'll capture on h6 with the queen. Okay, we're 12 puzzles in here. I see a knight fork immediately, and he can't defend with rook d4 because the bishop covers d4. But he can get the rook out of here with check and an equal trade of rooks, in which case he can just move the bishop. So what we need to do is take this rook first, and then this will come with more of a sting because he can't trade rooks and check at once. All right, we're up in exchange, kind of. We're up 2 pieces for the rook. But black has this pawn thing going on. Okay, ooh, I see it. This check forces him to come back here, in which case we win that whole rook with knight c5, discovering this check on the king. So here goes. That's the only square he can go. The knight usefully covers both of these squares. And now we're picking up that rook. Okay, we're getting forked. This is a little more complicated. So if we take with the knight, we lose our queen. We can take with the king and protect the knight, but we're down some material, and we don't like our king on d8, on d1. If we take with the queen, well, he can't take like this, or we've just won a knight, because we retake with the knight. So the other option for him, take with the queen, is to take with the rook here. And then we have to take, well, do we? Do we have to take the queen? This is trickier. We're in check. We've only got 2 options here, really. Taking with the knight doesn't work. In process of elimination, take with the queen, but then rook takes, and we can't take with this bishop. Our queen is under attack. Let's look at the whole thing. Queen takes, rook takes, queen takes queen, rook takes queen. We're actually up. We're not up. We're down a couple pawns, right? No, hold on. We're up a piece. No. Oh, the stinger on the end is knight b4. And he's going to have to give up that rook in the corner. So here we go. Oh, and instead of doing that, so if instead rook takes, and then queen takes, and then rook takes, there's knight b4 is what I'm talking about. The rook needs to defend c2, but there's no way to do that, because if he goes to c5, he loses that rook instead. Actually, he'll lose both rooks, because then the knight will come here and gobble this corner rook anyway. So black, as a good computer, took the played a technically better move, only losing a piece. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. We go ahead and take with the queen. I saw this threat on g7, and then I thought, maybe we can divert that rook. And that may be pretty good, except for the fact that this weak back rank. I don't know if that's any good, but I know that this is good. This is forcing. Queen takes, rook takes, it's forced, and then we have a mate, thanks to that pin. I like the look of bishop a5 here. And then we can land this check and win the rook, because the bishop would be protecting c7. We're not going to win the rook. We're going to win an exchange. Is that enough here? I should have looked at material. We have 2 knights and a bishop, just like black. We have a rook and a queen, and he has 2 rooks. So we're just winning the exchange back here. But the thing is, his king... Oh, we're winning a rook, because his king's going to have to come to d8, in which case knight takes rook will be a check. Is that the way to go? Is that the right check here? We're only evening out material-wise. Is there something better? There's a double check on e6, but I don't see the follow-up. We take on a8. These are getting tougher now, and as soon as we lose one, we're done. So we take on a8, and then king c8. Our knight can come back here safely, but the attack seems to be over. Let's just do it. Okay, that's good enough. Ooh, I like this. We're going to give up that bishop in order to advance our pawn, because once we play e7, he can't stop us. Our pawns guard both f8 and e6, so e7 wins. Aha. Oh, I like it. I like it. He's going to take that rook if we discover. So if we just block, if we bring back here, this rook just gets captured and we're not in any position. But we have a queen lined up on this diagonal. So the answer is going to be bishop g1. And he could have taken the rook if he did, where there's still a mate with the queen and bishop on these squares. But same mate here, one step removed. Okay. I don't see any useful checks. But we can win the queen through this tactic, this discovery coming up. Bishop check. Okay. Well, we can just take the queen and then we win the bishop at the end. And we're a piece up. Okay, I'm looking at this rook check. That clearly doesn't work. Do you have rook takes? Oh, that's a check that just wins the queen, isn't it? That is pretty straightforward. It's another discovered attack. Bada boom. All right. We got to 21. All right, the knight's hitting this bishop. We can do this check, and then after bishop has to come here, then we free our bishop, and also we're going to win. We're going to win black's bishop on f8. There's no way to defend it. Okay, he gives up the exchange, but this is going to get him mated, actually. Okay. Looks like queen h3, and then you just play queen g2. How can you possibly stop that? He can take on f3, but I can recapture with a pawn, and then he has to give up his queen. That seems good enough. Meanwhile, he's forking our rooks, but that shouldn't matter. Take with the pawn. Now he has to give up the queen. Okay. Okay. Well, this check looks nice. He can't go to h1 because it's queen f1 mate. So check here, king g1, take. I don't see any obvious follow-up. What am I missing? Okay, gotta notice the whole board here. The other forcing move is just taking the knight. But after queen takes, I guess we have a check. Queen blocks. White's up a couple of pawns. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Oh, it's simple. Just make the most forcing moves you can. Check, check, and this knight has no guard. Okay. 24. Knight takes e4. Must be some kind of mistake. Queen d5 looks strong, but this bishop is defended. There's a check. Then what? You only got the one undefended piece, the knight. Queen d5, knight f6, queen takes e5, just evens things up. That can't be the idea. Oh, huh. Board vision. Simple tactics, but with board vision. Queen a5 picks up the knight. I'm not too quick to see those queen forks. I need to get better at that. There's actually some books I can really recommend. Anything Bruce Pandolfini, Chess Opening, Traps and Zaps, or The Winning Way. The Winning Way is probably... I've read through that book probably a dozen times, actually. It's really good at working your board vision for common patterns like queen a4, queen a5 check. A lot of those queen forks are difficult to see because they basically work on the whole board, large, long diagonals, ranks and files. Those long distance things are hard to see, and that book is really good at getting you to see them. Okay, 25. I don't know if I've ever made it this far. I haven't done this too many times, to be honest. Okay, we've got a loose rook and a loose queen here. Everything else is defended. We can play bishop g5 or g5 to hit that queen. I don't see any productive things there. We've got bishop e3 check. Oh, there's a loose rook on d6. Okay, we gotta get our bishop safe first. So we need our queen to defend this bishop. But if we check with the bishop first, we can pick up the rook for free. There we go. This looks like a simple knight fork. Trade the queens, and then we win the rook. Okay. All right, the knight protects the bishop, but it also hits this bishop. Take here with check, forced recapture. Oh, and the knight is hanging. So are we, yeah, the material is equal here. Material is equal. So after this take, we just put our bishop on d5, and the knight is hit twice, and it has no escape squares. So let's do this. Oh, that was a better move, apparently. All right, we got to 27. I want to look at this, though. So this move, oh, anywhere white goes, there's going to be a discovery. So if the king goes here, this knight check comes in and wins the queen. That's not the queen. Yeah, actually, anywhere the king goes, that's going to win the queen. The move I liked, I didn't look for better. I saw good and didn't look for better. This is basically forced. Otherwise, the knight will just come back, right? Oh, what I missed is that after this and now this, queen takes here as a check. And once my king moves, now the knight has sanctuary here. I missed that. Okay. All right, that wasn't bad. We did 27. Anyway, this is really fun. I think this is a great way to improve your chess. It's not in like, you can do puzzles, and I know that Puzzle Rush on chess.com has a lot of fans. People like the timed version of puzzles, and those have their place. But this is interesting. This is a lot better of an improvement tool, I feel like. Doing puzzles on your own time and trying actually to get the puzzle, this incentivizes you to not make any mistakes, just like in a real tournament game, right? So I sped up a little bit because I didn't want the video to be too boring, but if you want to do this on your own, take your time. And that is the point. That is the point, because when you take your time, you play better chess and develop better habits. And you'll remember the puzzles and you'll retain them better. You'll remember the patterns and the board vision and all that stuff. So slow and steady wins the race here, guys. And if I had taken more time on this one, I'm sure I would have gotten it. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Stay feisty.